Okay, so there's the village from a different angle. You can see actually here how there are just slightly too many trees. You want it to be a bit more sparse. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that flat area, whether I'll expand it a little. Not sure about that yet. Also not sure what to do about this sand area. You can see how it's already been... It's still getting fixed. It would be interesting maybe to put a slightly different kind of village over here. Maybe something, I don't know, a little more formal and I don't know, less deserty. But the other reason, the reason I'm mostly here is to look at the front of the castle, which, as you can see, I've been doing some work on. The waterfall was already there, so partly for the sake of some light and partly to get... I could have put a second waterfall in, but I thought it might be interesting to get a... balance it off with a lava fall, so that's... It also, it can't help but add a slightly ominous touch to the place when you add lava. I think I've got 3 buckets back in a chest over there, so there's going to be more at some point. Just to give the feeling that perhaps this place isn't, totally peaceful. Oops. Basically, I've done a little bit of work on that first. The idea is that you have various buildings built into the side of the mountain, leading to rooms or possibly houses. I would like, if it was possible, to join them together, maybe inside the mountain. And they're not supposed to be part of the keep itself. It's supposed to be more, I guess, part of the city, except instead of a keep being built in the centre and all the houses being built out round it, the keep has been built high up and all the town has been built underneath. You can see the little balconies. They still need, there they are, one of these, but I've been leaving it open for the moment because I keep having to change things or go up or work on them a little bit. Oh, per wee. It was just the balconies at first, then I went up and I put in a window. So see how there's that iron bars there and there. So they belong to that first house, I suppose we can call it. That one just above the crosshairs belongs to that one. And this one up here is one on the front. And actually one on the side, which I quite liked, because it was, making it, instead of just being one on flats on each side, it's sort of, you get the feeling of it going round the edge a little bit more, which is nice. There isn't much to see actually in them at the moment, or I would go up a little bit closer. I'm a little bit happier with the arch than I was. I didn't really like it. It was too wide, so I made it smaller and I'm a bit happier with it now. I'm not entirely sure if I go so I can have a closer look. Yeah, I'm not sure about... yeah, and this one here, you can see there's like a ledge. I don't know if I want to push that back, because that's a byproduct of me changing the arch. I'll see what I want to do about it. I don't think I want to put more on the front. I think if there's going to be another one, it'll be up there but to the side, and work my way around a bit. I think the next thing I'm going to do though is this sort of outcropping here needs something, and I think it's going to be... I'm just a little bit tired of that, so I don't want to do any more and get bored of it. Some kind of tower or something. Preferably built. Again, I'm trying to use the terrain as much as possible. So into the side of that I'm going to take out that sandstone, because I don't want the sort of soft edge that you get from that. And also that cave there goes right through, so I probably want to turn that into an actual way through. There was something else I'm sure that I thought, oh, that's an interesting thing, I should make it into something. I forgot what it was. Quite pleased with this waterfall, so I'm just not touching it. Don't want to ruin it. There's another, the cliffside on the left-hand side is also fairly sheer, so there will be more of those round the corner too. And that's it for the moment. So this is the next project, which I think I'm probably going to go off and do a little bit of tidying up for just now. And hope to see you next time. Okay, so it's a beautiful morning here at my castle build. Cleaned up a prank down there, so that now looks kind of the way it's supposed to. Still, I might actually nip across and cut down another couple of those trees today at some point. Millie's prank is still up because it just makes me laugh. I'm going to get so much wool from that thing. And as hopefully you can see, I have completed this thing here. It's ended up, it's not actually a tower. I'm thinking of it as a kind of guardhouse of some kind. Let's go across here first. I like the way it almost blends into the hill behind it, and then you realise actually there's a building there. Okay, there it is from here. It's got a little bit of an overhang. The other thing which I've done is the windows in this building I've used fences for to kind of echo the village down here instead of the bars that I've used up there. I've been thinking a little bit about the kind of, man, if you don't hit this right the first time, you've got no chance. Oh dear. It is actually possible to do that in single jumps, but no, not today. I've been dreaming up a bit of a backstory to this build. I have a kind of idea that the people that live up in these buildings, they consider themselves maybe a little more advanced or a little more civilised. It's this hot, sandy area with savannah to the other side, and they've retreated into the caves to get away from the heat. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to have all these apartments are going to be, hopefully, I'll put down rugs and furniture and make them quite fancy, hopefully. And there's this idea that they almost physically look down on the people in the painted village who are living maybe, I hate to use this phrase, it comes up in science fiction all the time. They're a simple people. Someone's talking to me on Steam. But the idea that they're quite satisfied with their life here. They've used all a sort of natural stones, but they've put their own mark on it. But the houses are small and simple. They have little farms, but they're not industrialising it or anything, and it's they're kind of going with the terrain and the heat, as opposed to trying to control it, which you're getting this from the people up here. I'm not sure, I think in my head I imagined that perhaps at one point they were one people, but they wanted to live their lives in different ways and they've kind of separated. And that's where this comes from, that this is like a little echo of the fact that they are actually connected. They might not like to think so, but this is the roots of those people. And these people, they live quite peacefully and happily down here. But you can see that these folk they're not happy or secure. I suspect that they've maybe been, while the painted village people have been living out peaceful little lives, these folk up here, they're afraid that people are going to take their things or take their land, and that's why I've got things like this guardhouse. It's not furnished either yet. I have a feeling I'm going to end up with a lot of not quite furnished things. That's the other reason I like the lava falls, because it just looks ominous. There's nothing you can do about that. It always looks a bit ominous. So I think the idea would be that there will be some beds here, and this is where the guards, you know, the soldiers live. And yeah, so not a tower, more of a proper building. I like the way every floor is a little bit different. This, I literally just did that because I needed another window. I didn't particularly want the room to be bigger. That's where that came from. So the other thing that I've been working on at the moment, I've been improving my portal area a little bit. Yeah, and I think I might do something with this because I think this runs all the way through. So I'm not quite sure because it doesn't lead to anything or anywhere really. So yeah. This is the special dirt that doesn't turn into grass. You unfortunately can't silk touch or move it. So if I want to keep it, I've just got to I have to leave it here. There's nothing I can do about it. But I like how it adds to the kind of barren feel, particularly down there. It works really well. And then you've got this grass, which I think, what are we in? We're in Savannah. So you've got this not quite so green grass. Not quite so fertile looking. So there's two little interesting things here. Right, I've started working on this, and as you can see, it is definitely a little bit more fancy. Oh, bye global. A little bit more ornate, I think maybe is the word. And I'm hoping that this will be, I'll continue this as a tunnel right through the mountain. And the plan is, which I'm just going to work on, is that all these different buildings are actually going to connect to each other. I'm not being careful at all. Oh dear. Right. They're going to connect through tunnels in the mountain. And this whole area up here is also going to have, what I may have to do, I literally just had an idea that if I'm going to put buildings on the right hand side as well as the left, there might need to be some kind of bridge going across here. Now, oh, that doesn't, right, I'll deal with that in a minute. That doesn't have lights in it, that's not good. This here, you can see it leads straight to the front. And it leads us to, ta-da, here, which is the lowest and broadest of these here. You can see one up there, and there's the other one up the top. So you can see that while it's really high from the front, it's not high at all. From here it's really quite easy to access. So I think I'm going to ask for help, probably from Fall Damage, who knows his way around redstone, to put in definitely a piston door for this one. I'm not sure about where the others are going to come out. They're going to come out a bit higher, it looks like. It's going to get quite interesting trying to join all this stuff up and make it fit. Oh, see, I told you that thing would be trouble. Oh, ow. So yes, I might actually just hop up there and deal with that. And then I'm going to get on to a little more work, mostly with tunneling things and trying to work out where everything reaches and comes out. So, I haven't checked how long this bit has lasted. I think in combination with the previous section, which was about 5 minutes, I think. This looks quite nice from this side. I do wish sunflowers weren't quite so one-sided. It means you can only really properly use them in one way. But anyway, yeah, I think in combination this will be one video. So I will see you hopefully next time. And yeah, the sun's setting. We've been at this for a few minutes. I'll go deal with that and then get to some more building hopefully. Bye bye.